You're welcome to the midweek edition of the Economy and Politics Show, where we bring you developments in the political, economic space as it affects the Nigerian citizens. Today, Wednesday, November 4th, 2020, we look at our regular discussions around micro, small, and medium enterprises. But first, let us give you an outline of what we will discuss briefly. Look at First Bank and MSME support post-EndSARS violence. Industries and Trade Minister tasked IOD Nigeria on mentoring SMEs. IOD Nigeria to roll out the Young Directors Program in support for SMEs. And an update on the MSME Survival Fund and the special focus on female-owned businesses. We begin with the First Bank perspective on supporting SMEs that have been affected by the recent carnage that followed the EndSARS protest across the country. According to its recent article, it says last week will go down as one of the most challenging weeks, if not the most challenging, Nigeria has faced in 2020. What started out weeks before as a very well-organized peaceful protest by young Nigerians campaigning to end SARS was supplanted by hoodlums engaging in wanton looting, arson, and destruction of public and private properties across many states at an unprecedented scale. By the end of the week, many lives had been lost, many properties and businesses completely destroyed, and many Nigerians had been left reeling from a shock that dwarfs any the country felt even at the peak of the COVID-19 outbreak. In keeping with the Nigerian spirit of being one's brother's keeper, equally, unprecedented efforts by individuals, groups, and corporate organizations to try to provide assistance to people and businesses affected by the crisis of the past week have followed. Individuals and groups have announced donations of cash and materials, set up helplines to offer psychological counseling and support, and started online crowdfunding efforts in support of victims. Among corporate organizations that have taken up these efforts are banks. Some banks such as Access Bank and Stanbic IBTC have announced funds on desk they have set up to receive requests from and process assistance for affected individuals and businesses. One of these banks' efforts include pledged interest-free loans and grants that affected businesses and individuals can access. Another bank has been involved in thousands of requests for assistance pouring in through the online channel is set up for the purpose. The requests have flowed in not only because of the victims' desperation for help, but also because of the humane approach to banking that this institution adopts. Always putting the customer at the heart of its business, First Bank has been showing empathy with all those who have experienced one loss or the other as a result of the crisis. Since last week, the bank has been seeking every opportunity to identify with people who are currently grieving and hurting. Although the largest and most prominent member of Nigeria's leading financial powerhouse, the FBN Holdings Group, that is a one-stop shop for financial services ranging from commercial and investment banking to financial advisory, insurance brokerage, and pension custodianship. First Bank is neither immune nor removed from the challenges people face. It is a human institution with thousands of humans working as employees to provide bespoke banking products and services to millions of others, humans whose pulse the bank feels through its employees. Being part of a group with expertise across the broad spectrum of financial services makes First Bank the banking partner with the broadest shoulder to assist SMEs buffeted by the wave of violence witnessed across the nation last week. The Minister of Industries, Trade and Investments, Ottoabasi Abasiekong, in his message at the Annual Directors Conference of the Institute of Directors Nigeria, tasked the Institute to provide mentorship for small medium enterprises in the area of ethical leadership and corporate governance in Nigeria. Speaking to his technical advisor, Mr. Kamal Bakri, he believed the sustainability of SMEs in the country hinged on their value for governance and standards. He maintained that access to finance, access to credit, favorable tax regime, and the ease of doing business are areas the ministry will continue to give top priority, working with other fiscal authorities to support SMEs development in Nigeria. The Institute of Directors Nigeria has reiterated its commitment to supporting the growth and sustainability of SMEs in the country. Mr. Dele Alimi, the Director General and CEO of Institute of Directors Nigeria, stated this in an interview with WebTV on the sidelines of the 2020 Annual Directors Conference, which discussed the theme, Business Ethics, Leadership and Sustainability as New Frontiers of Corporate Governance. He said the Young Directors Program will commence this month to facilitate capacity building for entrepreneurs in the country. Watch excerpts of the interview.
For SMEs and young directors especially, look, I think earlier in the year I spoke somewhere and I told them that the IOD is working on a program. We call it the Young Directors Forum. This Young Directors Forum is addressing the needs of young entrepreneurs, especially who have the intelligence, they have the knowledge, they have the flexibility, and they are daring, but they don't know anything about corporate governance. So you see, they start the business, and over some time, the business die because they have not been able to put in very good structures to run that business. So the Young Directors Forum, which will be launched this month, this November by the Institute, is now addressing that. We're going to be doing corporate governance training, capacity development for these young directors, and we're now going to be doing mentoring. The IOD has a retinue, or what I would call a bank of experienced boardroom gurus who can now support pro bono these young directors and people they can go to when they have issues concerning governance, concerning running their businesses. Some of them don't even know why they need a board. Some of them don't even know why you need to take a second opinion when you want to take a decision. Decisions that can either make or mar your business. So this is what we're going to be doing with them over a long period, and it's going to be like what I would call a process of becoming a member of the institute. So at the end of the day, they will become bona fide members of the institute. But more importantly, we will have helped to sustain and help their business grow.
Welcome back. At the recent Youth Town Hall meeting, the Honorable Minister of State for Ministry of Industries, Trade and Investment, Ambassador Miriam Yalwaji Katagum, gave a rundown of different tracks of the current SME Survival Fund, which include payroll support, artisan and transport support, formalization support, which is the free Corporate Affairs Commission business name registration that's ongoing, and the General SMEs grant. A very interesting development from the discussions showed that special focus will be given to 45% female-owned MSMEs and therefore encourage more female young people to key into the scheme. And that'll be all for today's edition of the Economy and Politics Show. You can visit our website, www.PerusiaNG.com, to watch our videos, read our news reports and stories and analysis around MSMEs. Very rich content if you log onto our website and go to the right bar scrolling from MSMEs across the board. Till we come your way again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day and stay safe.